Hello there. Welcome once again to Living on Purpose. This is Fola Daniel Speaks. Today, I'm going to continue the series on financial mindset, and I'm talking about the mentality that some people were born to be rich. One of the things that you would also notice around when you talk to people is the fact that some people believe only some others were born to be rich. In other words, they believe that wealth is not something that anybody can build. They believe that wealth is only designated to certain groups of people. How they can imagine that baffles me, or how they can come to believe that some people are going to be rich and some other people were not supposed to be rich is something that I would never understand. I was reading a book several years ago, and I think it's Think and Grow Rich, or it's Success with a Positive Mental Attitude, either of those two books. And a young man was saying to his mother, I think it's God's plan for us not to be rich. And the mother immediately stopped the child and said, stop it. Don't ever say that again. It is not God's plans for us not to be wealthy. It is your father that has never desired to be wealthy. As soon as the mother said that, the mother corrected a mindset that the child was about to start building. And thankfully, as soon as the mother corrected that mindset, that child began to believe that he could also become rich. Eventually, he built a business and became wealthy. If you believe that it is only a group of people that can become wealthy, then you will never join that group of people that can become wealthy. If you also believe that you are not part of the group of people that can become wealthy, then you would stay with that group of people who would always be looking for money to spend. You will stay with that group of people who would always be needing money, borrowing money, or having to talk to people about where else to get money or get a job. Your financial mindset would determine whether you can become wealthy or not. Whether you are wealthy right now or not, your financial mindset today will change your results in the coming days, in the coming weeks, in the coming years. So you need to start your journey to wealth, first of all, by changing your mindset. Don't ever believe that you cannot be wealthy. Don't ever believe that you cannot make money. I have seen people who don't have hands and legs making money. However, if you have your hands and your legs, it means that you have a better chance at making money. There are those who are incapacitated, but they are still making money. It is because of decisions. And you need to understand, just as we have always said, that decisions determine destiny. In the same issue, when it comes to finances, your decisions will determine your financial destiny. So if you believe you can be wealthy, then you need to start making the decisions that will take you into the wealth that you are looking for. For example, when money comes into your hands, what is the first thing that you do? All you do is to spend the money. Then you will never become wealthy. If money comes into your hands and you separate or you segment the money, you decide what is to be spent, what is to be saved, what is to be invested, or what is to be given to help charity or some other people, then you are making an important financial decision. Don't ever believe that you cannot be wealthy. When you see two people talking, from one person, you can tell what their financial mindset looks like, and from the other person, you can tell this person does not have a good financial mindset. If one person constantly talks about scarcity, then you understand that it's a terrible financial mindset, and that person will hardly have money. Even when they get some cash, they still talk like they don't have money. But when you see the person who is wealthy, the person who is wealthy does not only talk on the basis of the cash they have at hand or the cash they have in the bank. It's a mindset. You notice that it's an attitude. It's also in their behavior. Wealth is not just money. Wealth is a belief system. The person who is wealthy believes that he can never go broke, or that he can always be wealthy, and they make certain decisions, they act in certain ways on the basis of their belief system. But when you see the people who are not wealthy, you also notice the way they talk, the way they act, the way they carry themselves. I've seen people who don't have a lot of money in their bank accounts, but when you see the way they carry themselves, you would assume that they have a lot of money. That carriage, to an extent, is a belief system as well, leading them to the pathway of having more money. Then you notice that I've seen some other people, they have cash, a lot of cash in their bank accounts, but when you see them, the way they behave, the way they act, they don't look like people who even have money at all, and they don't talk like one, because money is in itself a belief system and an attitude. That's why someone who does not have money may be able to attract more money just because of how they behave. And someone else who has money may not be able to attract more money because of how they behave. So you need to first of all change your orientation, change your attitude, change the way you carry yourself. When you talk, change the way you talk, change the way you expose yourself to other people. When you talk like somebody who believes you're wealthy or can be wealthy, you will attract wealthy people and you will attract opportunities. But when you talk and you talk like somebody who doesn't believe that you can get money, if you talk like somebody who believes you are designed to be a hustler for life and you're proud about being a hustler for life, you're going to continue to hustle with no money to show for it. So you need to change your financial mindset, because whether you like it or not, money is a spirit. Money works with a belief system, and money operates on the beliefs of the people handling it. There's something that people don't pay attention to. Money is sometimes like water. You know that water does not have any shape. Money simply takes water simply takes the shape of the container that you pour it into. It's the same thing with money. Money does not have character. Money simply takes on the character of the person holding on to it for that moment. So change your belief system and watch your money grow. Change your belief system, change your attitude, and watch your money increase. If you don't change your belief system about money, you may not have more money. You may not be able to multiply your money. So it's one thing to make money, it's another thing to manage money, but the attitude of wealth, or a wealthy attitude, is what it takes to multiply money. You need to go beyond just making and managing money. You need to get to the level where you start multiplying money, and your belief system will determine that. Thank you for listening. Please head on out to youtube.com/Fola Daniel Speaks.